Morning everyone and welcome to the FPL Gameweek 3 deadline stream. I can't believe that we're already on Gameweek 3 already. We are an hour and 24 minutes out until the deadline, starting this one slightly earlier because I managed to get set up earlier. So hopefully you're able to join me. If you are in, make sure that you're hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel if you don't already as well. We're aiming for 100 likes on this one. I've got one free transfer to use this week. I'm hoping to roll. However, you never just know. Let's get my team on screen. So yeah, I took a -4 going into game week 2. So hopefully I can roll going into game week 3. Tough defences, fixtures for my team. All my defenders are away from home. Quite a few of my team away from home actually. So it feels like a week just to kind of get through and then kind of take stock at the international break. Eze, Isaac, the big underperformers in my squad at the moment as well. If you are in, come and say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from today and drop any questions that you've got in there as well, because a lot of the focus for today is going to be answering your questions. Well, I'll come and say hello in a minute. I just want to round up the news that we know already. We know that Solanke and Richarlison are both out for Spurs. Solanke, if you held on to him, he is unfortunately still a sell. Arsenal's new signing Marino picked up an injury in training and is out. Gabriel Jesus out for this one as well, which means Havertz is absolutely nailed on, which is good news for his owners. And yeah, it's Arsenal-Brighton is the early kickoff, which is why they're in the breaking news box. Vifer could miss out for Brighton was the only significant piece of team news that we saw from them. So let's jump over then to the chat, see who we've got in this morning. Let me know as well in the chat if you managed to get some Oasis tickets this morning. VJ was here super early, so good to see you, VJ. Robert was in early, nice to see you. We've got Alex, a new member, in. We've also got Stephen in. Digital Mayhem is in, Aksha is in, and Modding. Light Rays is in, Nemanya's in. Good to see you all. Some questions already. Digital Mayhem's in from a hot and sunny Czechia. So this is interesting. Digital Mayhem said, saw Oasis in Nebworth back in the day. So badly wanted them tickets, but no luck for me. Did anyone manage to get some tickets? Let me know. I should imagine it was very busy trying to get them. if you were in the mix. There's almost 100 of you in, which is super. If you are in, hit the like button. We need to try and get the stream to 100 likes. What do you want me to do first? We can go through the team news and some predicted lineups, or we can go straight in with questions. Let me know which of those you prefer to do to start with today. I'm easy. I feel very relaxed this morning. I don't know if it's because I'm rolling my transfer or because it's almost the international break. It's been a very busy few weeks. But yeah, I think the rolling bit is certainly helpful. I'm seeing the chat seems to be flooded with questions rather than saying that you want team news. So shall we do a few questions first then? Is that what we're thinking? I think Robert was the first one in. 2 frees. Thinking about Bruno and Wood out for Watkins and Rodgers. What are your thoughts? Wood is a sell. Bruno is probably a reluctant sell, so yeah, don't mind those moves. Ashley says, is it cold this morning? I'm okay, actually. The sun's just coming in. I treat myself on a Saturday morning. Ditch the green screen, just have my normal background. Keep the blind open. Nige says start Eze or Smith Rowe. Eze's on penalties. I don't like benching players that are on penalties. Goalkeeper recommendations from Div Royalty. I think with goalkeepers, I really like Raya. I don't mind the Martinez Pope 5 million bracket. The 4.5 million bracket doesn't feel that great at the moment, so I'd stretch to a Raya or a Martinez or Pope. Lalex is in. Would you start Lewis Hall or Ben Johnson? Do neither of them start? I think Johnson will start. I'm not convinced on Hall. I think Newcastle, the last 2 times Spurs have visited them, they're 10-1 up on aggregate. So, you know, given that I'm a Pope owner, I'm quite hopeful of a clean sheet in this game. Whereas I don't think Ipswich will get a clean sheet. Akshat doing hard work for me. Hit the subscribe button and like. We're almost at 50 likes, which is brilliant. It helps feed the algorithm, get more people in, helps grow the channel. Another goalkeeper question from Joel. Henderson to Martinez, 4 and -4. You can't take a hit for a goalkeeper in game week 3. I think goalkeepers is when you've got no other issues in a stack of transfers or you're playing the wild card. Devon says, protect rank with Haaland captain or go brave with Palmer is by Saturday morning. I think if I owned Palmer, I would go there. The captain poll's up, by the way, guys. We've had 162 votes, which is fantastic. So keep them coming in. Thank you to everyone that has liked the stream. We have hit 50 likes already. The chat is going very, very quick this morning. Alex says, start Alisson or Sells. If you're an Alisson owner, you start him, in my opinion. Gurney, is Solanke to Watkins for a -4 hit good? Yeah, I think Solanke's a sell, and if you don't like any of the cheaper options, then I think going up to Watkins for a hit is absolutely fine. I think I saw Gianni's made that transfer this morning. He's on Sky Sports today, so he's not streaming. So if you're a viewer that's come over from Gianni, thank you and welcome. Mark says Isak or Palmer for the armband. Isak has got a brace the last 2 times he's played Spurs at home, so don't rule him out. I know he's not had the best start to the season in terms of output. His underlying numbers aren't very encouraging either, but there's definitely potential there for him. So I think don't be put off by that at all. I think there's still logic for going there with Isak. Definitely don't sell Isak this week. Let's put it that way. Can everyone see the stream okay? I'm conscious that I started it early. So apologies if you feel like you've missed the start and you're here late. Stephen says bench one. Eze, Rogers, Wood. Eze's on pens. I think you can bench Wood. Wood needs to go, to be honest. He is definitely on borrowed time. Specimen in with the Premier League match ball. I think that's my favourite of the channel emojis. FPL Money says, is there any injury news in general? Yeah, shall we go through that now then? Because it's been quite a significant little period, hasn't it? Because the transfer window shut last night as well. So there's lots to kind of look at today. Let's open the tweet deck and just have a look at what's going on this morning. I think it's going to take me a while to get used to Sterling in an Arsenal shirt. I think in terms of transfer moves, maybe not anything that's of too much significant in FPL terms right now. Obviously, it's unlikely that we'll see anyone that moved in the window featuring this game week, but you know, potentially soon we'll see them in action. But yeah, I don't think we've missed any important news so far. Chalobah to Palace. I think this is quite good. Palace bringing in a couple of central defenders and hanging on to Mark Gay in the window. That really helps them, and I think that Palace defence looks okay now. So if you're a slightly disgruntled Henderson owner, you know, just keep the faith, because Palace's fixtures turn now as well. Right, let's have a look at what team news we've got then. So the big one was that Solanke and Richarlison are out for Spurs. Marino and Gabriel out for Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal-Brighton is the early kickoff, so I am going to be keeping a very close eye on any further injury news here as well to help us prepare for the deadline, which is less than an hour and a quarter out now. At Crystal Palace, we had that Frank is out with fractured rib and Shadi with a knee injury. Everyone else available. Some predicted lineups. These come from Emma Jump the Wave. So it looks like Timber set for another start at left back for Arsenal. Trossard maybe getting the edge over Martinelli is an interesting one. That's definitely something to keep an eye on. At Aston Villa, it looks like it's going to be Pau, Torres, Dean at left back, and Nedeljkovic at right back. So that's quite a significant one with Nedeljkovic, because he, as a 4 million defender, could be gold now. They've not strengthened in the window. I guess the worry is that when Mings comes back in, Konza could maybe move wide. Brighton, Verbruggen expected to come straight back in as a starter after getting those minutes in the League Cup in midweek. Estupiñán possibly chance of a start at left back, but probably Hinshelwood. So Saka will be going up against Hinshelwood, by the way. You know, you look at that list and you think there's quite a deep squad there at Brighton. A similar scenario at Chelsea. 92% predicting Madueke starts, 92% predicting Neto starts, 0% predicting Nkunku starts. That's quite significant there. Yeah, Lavia looks like he'll miss out as well. Man City predicted lineup. 100% saying Lewis will start over Walker. De Bruyne set for a start. Foden's out, of course. Rodri's back in training. Only 16% says he will start. 63% expecting Kovacic in that role, who is fit. 21% expecting Gundogan to start in that role. Manchester United. De Ligt, hopefully his first start of the season over Maguire. It's a significant one in defence. Ahmad only at 47% to start. Garnacho at 81%, and possibly Xerxes in line for a start as well. Newcastle. Trippier, Livramento could go down to the wire. Kelly, Hall, Burn. I think Kelly over Hall looks like an option at the moment as well. Barnes at 47% to start, and Jacob Murphy also at 47%. I think Barnes could be a great pick long term, but at the moment, if you're a Murphy owner, you should be worried. And then at Spurs, their predicted lineup, it looks like Odegaard will start, Sarr will start, Johnson, and then Kulu leading the line. Was there another team that someone asked? Any look for... Vishal was asking about Kwanzaa. Let's see if Emma Jump the Wave has the predicted lineup for Liverpool as well. I think, to be fair, I think it was 100% Konate. That's why I didn't bother bookmarking it. So, yeah, if you're a Kwanzaa owner, I think, you know, his time's gone. We did miss the Villa press conference. That was quite late yesterday, 3 o'clock. It was a good hour after all the others. Matty Cash sidelined for up to a month, which was no surprise. Watkins' fitness is improving following his late post-Euros return. He was coming here with a small injury. He was not 100% when he started. He needed one more week resting time than the other players. Now, after playing 2 matches, he's going to feel better and comfortable. He played last week, not brilliant, but he did the job. That's not that convincing for those that are taking a -4 for Watkins, to be fair. But yeah, it sounds like he came back with a bit of an issue, which is a shame, which has kind of hampered the start of his season. But I think he's probably up to speed now and looking like an option. Other news, Semedo returns after 3-match ban for Wolves. No new injuries at Ipswich. Tomiyasu will be out for a while for Arsenal. No issues for Palace. United, similar squad to last weekend. Mount is out with a hamstring injury. Foden is out. Still doesn't feel good. Rodri and Kovacic are much better and the rest are okay. Riyad out for a few weeks for Palace, but they have strengthened in that spot now. Jesus out. Sancho, he's gone now, hasn't he? Marino out. Ward-Prowse has gone to Forest. Solanke is close. So I think we'll see him back after the international break, but it's at Arsenal in the North London derby. Van der Ven available. Curtis Jones not in training for Liverpool. Chiesa could miss out. Tony went in the end. Tarkowski available for Everton. No changes for Leicester City availability. That was the Viper news. Purvis is stooping and closing in on a return. Yates the concern at Nottingham Forest. No issues at Fulham. A few more defensive issues keep going for Everton. Willock out. O'Reilly out. Tonali back. Yeah, I think that's it. So that was the roundup of the team news. So hopefully I covered most things there. We are 1 hour and 7 minutes out until the deadline. Let's just jump back to the tweet. I can see that we've not missed anything too significant while I've been chatting. I don't know whether we'll get any early team news from Arsenal or Brighton, to be fair. They're not really sides that we tend to get those leaks for, but obviously with it being the early kickoff, there's a bit more demand than we would normally see, so you never know. So yeah, that's the team news. I'm rolling this week. I'll put my team back on screen now, and I'll jump across to the chat and get into some more questions just while I'm getting sorted out. Hit that like button. We're on 81 likes. There's 200 of you in, so it's good to see. Thank you for choosing me to watch along with this Saturday morning. We're only about 80 subscribers off 34.5k, which would be a nice milestone to get to the international break with. VJ, should we start thinking about triple Arsenal for game week 6 onwards? Yes, but the next 3 don't look great. 3, 4 and 5. You got the North London derby in 4. So yeah, I think there's an opportunity, because obviously they play City in 5. I think there's an opportunity to sell Arsenal assets in favour of Liverpool assets for the next couple of weeks, maybe 4 and 5, and then jump back on either using transfers or a wild card. Game week 4 is going to be a key wildcard window, as will game week 6. Digital Mayhem, do you think Davies for Ipswich will start collecting assists from today? My differential defender. Yeah, let's hope so. I think this is Ipswich's first opportunity to show what they can do. So yeah, I'd absolutely look at that. Medic Ant says, start Bernardo Silva or Kulusevski. I think you've got to start Kulu. He's done great in that role. VJ says, can we get to 150 likes? We haven't made 100 yet. Half the people that are watching have not hit the like button. I'm gonna have to kick them out. Birdie is in, good to see you. Yeah, Shiraz knows what the target is. Yeah, I've gone through Kwanzaa Vishal. He's dropped again, hasn't he? Kwanzaa's now 4.3. I think you could, if you've not got the funds to go up, you can definitely go down to Nedeljkovic now at Villa. There's a little bit of a risk there, but you know, not a massive concern. Yeah, Shiraz says the only chance Kwanzaa coming into the 11 is if Kanate is injured. Sorry, just catching up with all the members' live chats before questions before moving on to the more general ones. Yeah, consider being a channel member, by the way, guys. You absolutely should. You get the badges in the chat, you get the emojis, you get access to the WhatsApp group as well if you join at the Captain Pick tier. So definitely have a look out for that. It's way cheaper than doing a super chat, by the way. Oh, we've made it to 100 likes. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's way cheaper than doing a super chat. If you're a channel member, then I'll always answer your questions, and it's like $1.99 a month, and that's for all streams. Remember, I'm doing 2 a week at the moment, so yeah, it's worth it. And while you're there as well, while you're looking at channel membership, it's just the join button. I've put the link in the chat, but it's just the join button next to the subscribe button. But also, check out my Discord channel. The link for that is in the description. And join the mini league as well, 00GJID. Again, the link for that is in the chat description. Sorry, description chat. Which one? I don't know. Tony says, does Doku start? Yeah, on the predictions, most expected Doku to start. Norris says, Captain Semenyo. That is bold. I don't love that shout. I think Semenyo's looked great so far in terms of his shot volume. He's still bedding in signings though for Bournemouth. I don't think I would be confident enough to give him the armband. I think, you know, Everton do look like the whipping boys, but captaincy has to go to a premium player. The players that are priced over 10 million are priced over 10 million for a reason. They're playing the best teams. They're on penalties, the most attacking. You know, that's what you got to play the odds. It's not the time to go risky with captaincy. Oh, Shiraz is about to have 3 free transfers. I love that. I wish that I had 3 transfers. I still can't believe I took a hit for game week 2. Shiraz, Pedro or Jota to start? Got to be Jota. Asher, Rodgers or Eze to start? Now that is tough. Eze's on pens. Ideally both. Who else have you got that you can bench? Ali's in, good to see you. Double up Salah and Jota? Yeah, I think that's absolutely fine. I think quite a few will be doing that. I would rather have more of a spread around a few more attacks. So I don't know whether I'll personally go there. You know, no, I could go Saka. I could go Saka to Salah next week. I don't know quite how I achieve that. I've got 1.5 million in the bank, so I would have to steal 1.1 million from somewhere. That's the difficulty. Vardiol I'm not that happy with at the moment, so whether it's him, that would be for free next week. There will be other options. I just don't know where else I'd get that 1.1 million from. I guess I could sell Jota and get someone else. But it'd probably be dropping down to Rodgers. I'd love to have Matoma. But yeah, it'd be 0.2 off that. I mean, I could wildcard. That's another option. And I'm not against that. Let's see how this week goes. I think I'll have a better idea come tomorrow, to be fair. But yeah, I would like Salah. When you look at Liverpool's fixtures, Forest, Bournemouth, Wolves, Palace, Chelsea, like that 5. If Salah's continuing with his form, we'll think about it. Anyway, I've got sidetracked now. I'm meant to be answering your questions, and I've not even got all the member ones done yet. Just having a look as well to check there's no early team news coming in. Armaju, will Nketiah play for Palace this week? I don't think so. I don't think he'll start. Asher says, Wood or Eze? Eze. Wikidoo, is Kulusevski a good pick? He's good short term, but not long term. So it depends when you're planning on playing the wild card. Inda says, have wildcard rules changed? I'm on wildcard, but I still roll last week's transfers. Yeah, so you don't gain a transfer when you wildcard. So if you have 2 free transfers and you wildcard, next week you'll have 2 free transfers again. Last season it dropped to 1. So if you have 3 free transfers this next week and you play the wildcard, you'll still have 3 free transfers again come game week 5. You won't go up to 4 free transfers. Yeah, stick with Eze. I am more than happy to stick with Eze. Have you seen Eze's numbers this season? Let me show you his numbers. If you're unconvinced on Eze. Hang on, let me get the right tab up. This is taking the Optastats tool from Fantasy Football Hub, guys. Remember, you can join the hub with 50% off right now. It's not going to be around for forever, this offer, by the way. Who's had the most shots this season? Semenyo and Eze. Eze's had 12 shots, 6 inside the box, 1 big chance. He's also created 4 key passes. He's got an expected goal involvement of 1.1. He had that free kick ruled out as well, incorrectly, which I don't think even counts towards this data. And then you look at his creativity. So he's made 4 key passes. He's taken 3 corners, 2 free kicks, 5 crosses, 2 successful. Like, his points are coming. You just need to stay patient with Eze. If it doesn't come this week, it'll be next week. Right. Let's just have a look at what's going on the tweet deck, because I don't want to miss anything. We are 57 minutes out to the deadline. Can't see anything significant at the moment in terms of early team news. It's a bit of like a hangover this morning from the window showing, to be fair. Let's have a quick drink as well. There we go, that's better. Tiggy, good to see you this morning. I'm rolling a transfer. Would you bench Hall or Greaves? Oh, Greaves has looked really good. And I don't know if Hall starts. The trouble is with Hall, he could easily get you a 1-pointer. And I can see Spurs scoring, so I would say bench him. Bicavali. Really need your suggestion, Holly. 1 free transfer, 4 million in the bank. Please suggest changes. So you've got Henderson in goal. Fine. Trent, Robertson. Is that a Munoz rather than a Muniz? Burn, Jota, Smith Rowe, Bailey, Bernardo, Haaland, Isak. Yeah, looking a little light. I can see that you need to inject those funds somewhere. Who is Brunho? Because that's not Burn, because you've got Hall on the bench. Oh no, unless Muniz. Oh yeah, you are 3-4-3. Got it. You could go Muniz to Watkins. Because you've got Smith Rowe and Robinson. So you're like me, where you've got triple Fulham. Or you could roll the transfer and have 2 for next week. You've probably got enough to go from Bernardo to Palmer. That'd be an interesting one. So yeah, Bernardo up to Palmer. Muniz up to Watkins. Or Havertz. Or roll. Yeah, please don't spam the chat, guys. You're keeping Spudjack and Akshat very busy this morning. Femi's in. Good to see you, Femi. Shiraz has been banging on about this for a few days, I think, saying Haaland's going to break Vardy's 11-goal scoring run. KG, Ahmad or Jota? Got to be Jota. That's easy, that one. Eze transfer to Madueke could be better pick. I'm not sold on Madueke's minutes either, to be fair. I think it's Palmer or nothing from Chelsea at the moment. Asher's got £1.5 million in the bank. Henderson is my goalkeeper. Isak and Wood in my team. Should I want to transfer out Isak or transfer out my goalkeeper? I think Chris Wood is the biggest problem in your team. The trouble is, João Pedro looks probably like the best player at that price point, and you don't really want to buy him for Arsenal away. So maybe you just roll, and then next week with another free transfer, you may be able to do a bit more. Kyle, who would you start between Minter and Johnson? I'm really struggling with that Arsenal-Brighton game today. Really struggling with it. I think when I looked at the... hang on, let's get rid of my team. At the odds. Arsenal have got the highest clean sheet odds of any team in game week 3. 46% chance of clean sheet. I think Arsenal have got that ability to keep clean sheets even when they don't really deserve to keep a clean sheet. And then Brighton have looked great so far, but they haven't been tested yet. It's a difficult one. It really is. But then Ben Johnson's going to offer you nothing. I think you start the attacking player. Adrian asks, is Roger or Onana best for midfield? Rogers. Rogers is the one. I can see like a bit of buffering on my screen, by the way. Is the stream running okay? I think hopefully it's just my preview page that isn't looking great and actually everything's working just fine. I've got some notification about bitrate, but again, my knowledge of bitrate is not there. It's fine apparently. Oh, that's good. Asher says, any more news about players confirmed playing or not in the team today? No, I haven't seen anything. Can I have a look on the tweet deck again, see what's going on? We're 50 minutes out to the deadline. If there is any news, I'll of course bring it. But yeah, it looks a bit quiet at the moment. Like as I said at the top, Brighton and Arsenal aren't sides that we tend to get regular team leaks from, but maybe I think with Arsenal there's never that much of a demand for it because Arteta doesn't tend to mess about too much. But yeah, everything's open, so if there is any team leaks, I'll of course bring them. But yeah, at the moment there aren't any. There isn't anything. Mwaka, Sanagra or Winks for long term? I think Winks got a goal and an assist in the League Cup. So yeah, stick with it. FPL Down Under in the mod squad as well today, thank you. Looking at transferring Barco to Njelovic and Kwanzaa to Rico Lewis, both free transfers. I think having too many risks in your defence, it could, you know, get you in trouble. Do you need to start either of those defenders this week, Barco and Kwanzaa? because I think rolling would be more powerful. And while Rico Lewis and Nigelic both have great upside, you know, there's a chance for either of them to lose their places. It was risky starting a season with Barco and Kwanzaa. I mean, I'm not criticising that because I did the same. But we see how quickly it's unravelled. And again, I think, you know, you may find yourself in a very similar situation in a few weeks' time if you kind of pivot from their choices. Femi thinks Woods will get more points than Rodgers this week. He may do, but I think long term, Rodgers is the better pick. Do I think Ramsdale will consider the starting goalkeeper from next week? Yeah, probably. Wikonza. Is 3 Fulham players good or not? It doesn't feel great having triple Fulham. But it worked out okay for me last week. I got returns from Robinson and Smith Rowe. But yeah, long term, there's no chance. But they've got Ipswich this week, another promoted side. Then they've got 2 home games. So yeah. Buzzy. Who to start? Munoz v Chelsea or Robinson v Ipswich? Have Henderson in goal. Yeah, Robinson then. Please don't spam the chat though, Buzzy. Let me know in the chat, by the way, guys. What are you doing this week? Are you rolling? Are you using your free transfers? Or have you taken a hit? I'm rolling this week, having taken a hit last week. And also, I want to know if you're going to be in the 3 free transfer club for game week 4. Because I'll be very jealous. Oh, Mike's in. He says, is Johnston of Wolves an option at 4.4? I don't think he'll start this week. He could be an option. It's like Sarr's been Wolves' best player for a while. Whether he's still as good, if he's not as good, I don't know if he's as good as he was a few years ago. Sarr. Oh, couldn't get my words out there. So I think Johnston has the ability to displace him at some point. So Sarr's 31. Sam Johnston's 31. I thought he was younger than that. That logic isn't going to pay off then. I'm not sure. Like, you would think that Johnston wanted to move on because he didn't want to compete for the #1 shirt with Henderson at Palace. So he obviously thinks he can get the #1 shirt at Wolves. But I don't think it's going to happen this weekend. We're almost at 150 likes, guys, which is amazing. So thank you. He wants a shout out. Of course you can have a shout out. Vashish, Watkins will be on the score sheet this week. Captain of the week. I love the confidence. I really hope he is. It's not been great to see him have a slow start to the season. You know, as much as it helps me in FPL because I don't have him. Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on the tweet deck, guys, because I don't want to miss anything. But I don't know why I can't get my words out today. I'm like, nope. And now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, that was it. Do you prefer me to have my team on screen, my locked team? Well, I think it's locked, barring any late leaks of anything. Or would you prefer to have the tweet deck open? Obviously, on a Friday when it's press conference stream, I try and keep the tweet deck on, but I feel like most people come Saturday want to see my team and what I'm doing. But I don't know. So let me know which you think is best. Haaland 66% on the captain poll. Palmer 16%, Salah 11%, 7% other. Haaland's ownership is creeping up as well. Yeah, 60.8% owned now. No one's telling me in the chat whether you want to see my team or whether you want to see the tweet deck. 60.9%. People were buying this morning. How many transfers in has he had this week? Buzzy says my team. 630,000 transfers in. That's quite significant. He is the most owned player in the game. James says switch screens as necessary. Fair enough. Haaland's the only player in the game over 50% owned now. How are the non-Haaland owners feeling? As well. You feeling happy? You thinking you made a huge error? Are you happy to ride it out? Are you going to be changing it anytime soon? Oh, we've had... Tiggy's gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Tiggy. Those to get them, Paolo, James A, Bazza, Buzzy Bar, who we've seen in the chat a lot today, and Emad. Thank you, Tiggy. Really appreciate that. That's really kind of you. Make sure that you thank Tiggy as well if you were one that got them. I think when memberships are gifted in the chat, I think it goes to those that have been particularly active in the chat. I've definitely seen a lot of those names in, or maybe ones that commented most recently. Something like that. Who knows with the YouTube algorithm, actually. I'm going to meant to be going to an event at the YouTube HQ in London next week, which will be exciting. I'm looking forward to that one. We've smashed 150 likes, guys. We're closing in on 200, which is brilliant. So massive thank you for the support on that. We are 40 minutes out until the deadline. No one really told me in the chat, by the way, where they are with their transfers. Whether they're rolling, taking a hit, or just using freeze. So let me know. I'm interested. I don't want to take the captain poll down. Should I take the captain poll down? Rannoch is rolling. Nice one. Spuds used to transfer. Oh yeah, I forgot about wildcard. Who else is on wildcard? Mike's on a wildcard. I know Akshat's on a wildcard because I've been speaking to him about his team in the WhatsApp captain pick member tier group. Digital Mayhem's also on a wildcard. Stream is fine, but I think you're having a bit of lag. Am I? Give it a refresh then. To be fair, Wacker's on a wild card as well. Looking at what I'm saying and what's going out from my preview screen, it looks to me like everything's fine. So if I'm telling you there's 40 minutes out to the deadline and you're thinking there's less than that or more than that, then give it a refresh. Oh, Simon's finally decided to turn up. I'm just joking, Simon. How are you? Are you on wildcard this week as well, or was that last week? No, last week you triple captained. Quite a few wildcards in the building. Paul, though, keeping the same team 3rd week in a row. Flex. Medic took a hit last week and using the free this week. Yeah, there's a few that are close to wildcard. Yeah, I am right. Simon is on wildcard. So that's a significant percentage of the WhatsApp members group who are on wildcard this week. So good luck, chaps. A question from Asher. Please choose 2 with the fixture in mind and the way the first 2 game weeks has been. That's what I always have in mind, the form and fixtures. I think play Rodgers and Isak. Rannoch, Madueke, Jota, Smith Rowe, Gibbs White, Gordon, bench 1. I think it's tough, this one. I'd play Gordon. I think you've got to play Gibbs White. You've got to play Jota. So it's Madueke or Smith Rowe. Maybe you bench Smith Rowe. Yeah, if you were the triple captain last week, well, that was a call anyway. JR Jelly, any team news yet? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's all quiet on the tweet deck. This is why I feel like I also should have the tweet deck open, because you don't know. You can't see when I'm looking at it, even though I am looking at it. I've got the whole stream setup nailed down now, I think. And a flicking between various bits. We're almost at 200 likes, by the way, guys. So make sure you've hit that button. We're nearly up to 300 people in, which is amazing. We're about 65 subs away from the 34.5k. I think I'm going to have to wait till after the international break for 35k. It is what it is. I don't mind. We'll get there eventually. All good things come in time, don't they? Spudjack says, do I start Anderson over... Who are your defenders? Konza, Trent, Vardiol. No, I wouldn't bother. Oh, got a super chat in from Simon. Thank you, Simon. I went bold in midfield over depth in attack and strength in defence. Salah, Saka, Palmer, and Burmo and Haaland all bust for me. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect anything less from you, Simon. I think if I was on a wild card this week, I would absolutely be looking to get in Salah, Haaland and Palmer. To get Saka and Burmo in there feels a bit much. I think for me, I don't know if Jota can cover Salah, but I like the double up. I feel like Havertz can cover Saka and save you 2 million, but then I guess you've probably gone with a João Pedro or something. And Burmo, I think you kind of need to get the next 3 out the way. But yeah, I'm sure you're having fun, Simon, while playing, so that's the main thing. Good luck on the wild card. I'll be rooting for you. Keep me updated throughout the day on the WhatsApp members chat. You're not the only one, Femi. I own them both as well. Could easily happen. Scott is in from Kentucky. What time is it, Scott? I'll let you off for being late. You still got 35 minutes to the deadline. Oh, Shiraz, that's lovely. Thank you. This made me laugh as well from Medicant. Was expecting your background music to be Wonderwall today. Yeah, you do have issues on YouTube with playing copyrighted music. It kills the stream. And doesn't let you monetize, so yeah, that was out the question. With 3 likes off 200. 3. It's hardly anything. Ah, got you. Must be a Saturday thing. It feels like it's been a long week. That's dedication, Scott, that you have to get up at 5:30 every Saturday morning to make sure you're over the leaks. Thoughts on Nketiah? Got to wait for him to bed in. I think it's good that Mateta stayed as well. Yeah, there's a few that own Eze and Isak. They were, I think most people owned Eze and Isak to start the season. We have seen a little bit of a shift now, but yeah, still there. I have Havertz, Pedro and Armstrong. 2 free transfers, no money in the bank. My midfield is Bruno, Salah, Son, Palmer and Mola. What do I do? I think... Can you get Son out and get Haaland in? I don't think you can you? No money in the bank. Havertz, Pedro, Armstrong. I think you're going to have to roll with that. Bruno, Salah, Son, Palmer. You can bench Moda. Do you sell Bruno for Jota? Potentially. I don't think you could do a lot with the forward line to get to Haaland. Oh, this is nice from Natasha. So many deadline streams who all deserve a drop by to hit the like button. Yeah, if you are flicking between, obviously I'd love you to stay with me. But if you are just coming in and out, then, you know, if you hit the like button while you're here, that's great. Justin on Team Palmer from New Zealand. Paulie, do you reckon start Madweki or Eze this week playing each other? I'd start Eze. He's on pens. Rooney's on a wild card. This is the plan. Palmer 3 to 7, Son 8 to 11, Saka 12 onwards. Love the premium swaps. You don't fancy Saka from 6 onwards. And Burmo 3, swap to Matoma 4-5, then reverse it. I don't love the Burmo Matoma switcheroo. I think you just get Matoma playing this week. Haaland captain, yeah. Gotta be. Muckwith, bench 1, Wood, Smith Rowe or Rogers? Wood. Shall we have a look what's going on the tweet deck then? There we go, struggled to find it for a minute. There's not been any team leaks, by the way, from what I've seen so far. I'll put the breaking news on tab temporarily. Sorry, someone's just got a reply to a WhatsApp. Yeah, doesn't seem to be anything coming up via WhatsApp in terms of on the big screen on the tweet deck. Again, nothing of note. So we'll see. I think we best focus on your questions. I'll put my team back on, do a few more questions. Oh, Del Nero's in. Good to see you, Del Nero. GB on a wild card. Sanchez, I don't love. Trent, Saliba, Robinson, or Raya, Robinson, Van Dijk, Konza. I wouldn't do the Robinson, Van Dijk double up. But I like Raya and I like Robertson. Bazza, bench 1. Bruno, Rice, Gordon. I think I'd bench Rice. Bruno's on pens. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Odin. I had a solid. What is wrong with me today? I had a solid start, 166 points. Let's drop 100 today. Love it. We did see some 100 scores last week, and not all from managers that played chips either. I think you're doing better than me. I don't think I'm on 166. I'm on 145. What rank are you, Odin? On 166 points. You must be doing pretty well. Wonder where the leader is actually. Where do we get the overall league? Mickey Mouse is top with 235 points. Played bench boost game week 1, wildcard game week 2. So played a wildcard in game week 2 and got 115 points off it. That was without a triple captain, clearly. He's 7 points already ahead of anyone else. His bench boost 1, get wildcard 2 is the combo, but without chips to be that high is pretty significant, I'd say. Oh, we've had Scott's gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Scott. It's very kind. Those to get them were Pooley, Muckwith, your boy Kim, Victor, and Defarsha. So yeah, again, a load of people that have been very active in the chat. Thank you for gifting the membership, Scott. I really appreciate that. Vishal is preparing for wildcard next week. The extra millions should be Riot or Arnold, considering other alternatives. Yeah, I agree. Like both of those. If you got a membership, then do say thank you to Farsha's has done. Del Nero, do I play Pedro or go against Arsenal defenders? Or Bowen or go against City defence? Maybe Bowen, you know. Again, João Pedro is on pens though. Lots of hope for Bruno owners. Avi, my hands are itching for Saka captain. Brighton are a bit of an unknown entity. They've looked very good so far, and I think there's just enough like unknown on how good they are. Ranik, would you do Henderson to Raya this game week or roll the transfer? How many transfers have you got, Ranik? It would definitely help me to know that. I think given the personnel that Crystal Palace have brought in and how good they were at the end of last season, I think it's going to come round again. I think you need to be patient. Oh, another super chat from Odin. You're too kind. I mean, the top 155k, not too bad. Third season. You're a fresh newbie. That's it. I think I'm kind of getting a bit jaded. 11 seasons in, 1 free transfer. Yeah, definitely in that case. Roll it, Ranik. Just gonna have a look on the tweet deck to see if anything else is going on at the moment. We are 25 minutes away from the deadline. At the moment, there are no leaks. I've just thought of one other place that I could check for leaks, actually. So just do that now quickly. Yeah, there's no team leaks at the moment, guys. If we get any though, I will of course cover it on this stream. Like, you are gonna get the leaks if there are any, but at the moment there isn't. Who's my best differential under 10% own? And Burmo. Gotta be. With Tony gone, I think Burmo's always been very good. I think he's obviously got the fixture this week. The next 2 are tough though, but he could probably be fixture proof. Defarsha, Solanke injury really scuppered my early season plan. Gonna wildcard post international break. So FOMO on Parma till then, unless I switch out Son. Yeah, I think I'm not that keen to jump straight in with Parma. Maybe after another game I'll be tempted, but again, I don't know how I'm going to get there. Oh, nice message from Ronick. Smash them likes, guys. Don't forget to lock in your transfers. Yeah, 24 minutes out. And another super chat in from Odin. I'm in soft play with the kids, but love watching you. How old are the kids, Odin? I did my soft play duties yesterday. My kids go back to school on Tuesday after the summer holidays. It's been a long 6 weeks in the UK. But they don't go back till Tuesday. I think Monday's like a staff training day. Oh, you're going wild with these super chats, Odin. Join as a channel member. It's way better value. What was I going to say? It looks like it's going to rain all day on Monday. It's like Monday's like the first day of summer holiday. It's their last day of the summer holidays, but it's also my first day where I've not like got my head completely in work, and it's raining, which is annoying. So we'll probably be back at the soft play. They love it though, don't they? And mine have got to that age now where you don't have to entertain them. Are you going to be back home for the Arsenal game then? That's the question. Yeah, they're at that age now where they go in and play by themselves, and I can just sit and relax with a hot drink, which is good. James, Holly, Isaac, and oh, sorry, I'm not. I am Holly. Oh gosh, today, what is going on? Isaac and Gordon, price going down soon. What is your opinion on price drops at this time? Isaac and Gordon, obviously another game week will give us more information. But I think, yeah, I'm definitely in that camp that they should come good. So just absorb the price drops. The price drops kind of get a little bit less significant as we go through now, because we've quickly moved away from that 5.5 whole million. 1 and 4. It felt like a good idea at the time. Yeah, mine are a little bit older than yours. Mine are 5 and 3. But yeah, that 2-year age gap was brutal. We're starting to get the payoff now. You shouldn't be far off the payoff. It's when you've cracked the potty training with both, and then you don't need to take out all the crap, then you're away. Missing the game. Oh, gutted. Hopefully they get the result. Emad, Raya, Konza, or Fleck and Saliba? Raya, Konza. Right. Let's put the tweet deck up for a minute and just see what's going on. Oh, VJ in with a super chat now as well. Thank you, VJ. Again, I don't know if we're going to get any team leaks. It's not looking very hot in terms of leaks. They're not really sides that we get that consistency from. But we can see. We are 20 minutes away now from the deadline. Odin's off. He's got the look. I love it. Yeah. Do your parental duties in the soft play. Carl, to change my mind about captaining Haaland, just have a good feeling Isak will have a good day. Yeah, I've got to agree with you there. Is Lewis starting? I think the City lineup predictors seem to think he will start. A question from Lucas says, hey, love the vids. Oh, thank you. Who would you bench from Eze, Smith Rowe, Gordon, Rodgers? Probably Smith Rowe. Right, shall we go quick fire then with answering some questions now? I'll do my best. I'm fully concentrating. FPL Gamer, would you start Semenyo or Rodgers this week? Rodgers is... I don't know, he's away, isn't he? I think... They both look great. I think maybe Rodgers. Semenyo's a bit more differential. Wayne, bench one of Porro, Konza, Robinson. To be fair, and I think I've just said that to Akshat in our chat. I'm multitasking a little bit. I think maybe Konza. I think Porro's fixture proof. Shall I start Eze or Jota or Rodgers? Eze's on pens. Bench Moonies or Smith Rowe? Moonies. Start Eze or Smith Rowe? Eze. Pope or Henderson? Pope. Why aren't I doing a transfer? I don't feel like I need to do a transfer. What would you change? Let me know in the chat as well. What would you change this week? I think I'm happy to roll. Amador Rodgers. There is no early team news, guys. I don't, like, if it was there, I would get you it, but yeah, it's not. If it's not there, I can't tell. I can't tell you. Swap What is that question? No. And Burmo and Watkins or Jota and Havertz? Jota and Havertz, I think. A crisp question. Cheetos. We don't have... Do we have Cheetos in the UK? I don't think we have Cheetos in the UK. They're an American thing, aren't they? I think you can get them in the UK. Yeah, I don't know if I've got much of an opinion. Thank you for the super chat, though. Nelson's got a lot of price drops. Yeah, it's the nature of things. Defence, Saliba, Robertson, Davis, Porro, Nedeljkovic. I think you've got to start Saliba for a home game. Robertson has looked great. I think you can bench Davis and Nedeljkovic. I think you need to play Porro. I feel like he's fixture proof. Victor is on a wild card. Saka, Palmer, Haaland, Salah, but my defence is a bit weak, so I'm considering Sakata and Burmo. And Trent Robertson and 1 million in the bank. Yeah, you could do that, but I don't... Oh. Have you got Havertz? I think it's okay, to be fair. I think it's okay. Paul has asked, João Pedro or Smith Rowe? I think the problem is João Pedro's on pens. I know we don't know what to expect from Arsenal. Flip a coin. Follow your gut. If you've got a gut, go with a gut. Yeah, don't mind what giant what's-its. That's where it's at. Mr. Fruity Passion definitely winning the competition for the maddest super chat of the day. Sorry, Odin. Oh, Tiggy's off. Thank you, Tiggy, for joining us. And, you know, massive thank you for gifting those memberships as well. Too kind. Oh, I've got a first super in from Adam as well. Have you got a question to go with that, Adam? Because if you have, I'm more than happy to answer it. We're loving the supers today. Do you think Kepa will perform at Bournemouth? Yeah. I don't think he's one for this week though. Haxford. Have Robinson, Lewis, Colwell right now, but I don't know about Colwell. Yeah, no, I don't either. But maybe it's not the priority for this game. Right, I'm just having a little look on the tweet deck. I think we're okay. There's no leaks as far as I can see. There's nothing coming through on WhatsApp either, or the other places that I check. So we'll keep a focus on questions still for the time being. The chat is going some. Keep me on my toes this morning. Did you ask a question, Adam? Don't know if you did. Jack's on the spicy giant. What's this? I'm not really that keen on cheesy crisps, but giant Watsits are an exception. Muckwith, Robinson, Trent Porro, or Gabriel bench one. Probably, I don't know. I don't know how hot I would be on double Liverpool defence. So maybe you bench one of them, but which one do you... Oh no, it's Robinson, not Robertson. Maybe Robinson then. Newcastle away is historically a bad fixture for Spurs. Yeah, there's been a 4-1 and a 6-0 the past 2 seasons. David says you are a great communicator. Oh, thank you. Did you study? What do you mean by did I study? As in, did I go to uni? I have a maths degree that is now very underused. I did the hard work. 3-year maths degree. Then did my teacher training. Spent 9 years as a maths teacher. And now I yeah, so a good communicator, yeah. Well, I am a qualified teacher, although I'm not teaching anymore. So yeah, I think probably all that experience helps. But yeah, I feel like the maths degree is a bit underused now, which is a shame, really. But yeah, I'm sure I'm not the only one who has a degree that they don't really use anymore. But I don't, you know, I met my husband at uni, who was on did the same maths degree as me, so you know, I wouldn't be where I was today if I didn't go to uni to do the maths degree, so I'm grateful for that. Mikolenko, Konza or Anderson? To start this week, probably Konza. Love it, Medic. I was one of those weirdos when it was A-levels at school that I did maths and English literature. And then when I did a maths degree, I didn't write a single word in my degree. Like, there was not like an essay, a dissertation or anything like that. And now, like, I write quite a lot of articles. Yo, should I start Mooney's and go 3-4-3 or go 3-5-2 with Smith Rowe? I think I prefer Smith Rowe to Mooney's. 10 minutes till the deadline. Wow, that's flown by. There's still no team news, guys, I'm afraid. Let me just... Yeah. This is all we know so far from yesterday. Solanke with Richarlison out for Spurs. Marino and Gabriel out for Arsenal. Vifa could miss out for Brighton. Oh, Adams, I was a super chat with no question earlier. I thought, because it did say that it was your first one, maybe that was why. Wood or Rodgers? I think Rodgers. Chris Wood is on borrowed time. Yeah, I agree with you there. Book Trail, good to see you. I come in the hope of not making any drastic last-minute transfers, wrecking my team. There's no team leak, so I think in terms of wrecking, there's a limit with no news in terms of what you can do. Rodgers would be Liverpool next. You're not going to like me, VJ. I can't remember the last time I read a book. Which is shocking, really. I've not got any books at my disposal. I've got a few FPL books. 3 FPL books. I've read 1.5 of them. I literally do not have the time in my life at the moment for reading books. I mean, I could make time, but I do quite like just watching TV, even if it's not football. I know that's shocking. I should read more. In terms of the books, I do read. I read to my kids, but because they're a little bit younger. It's not like proper books. Yeah, we'll get there though, I'm sure. Joey's in late. Don't worry about it. What's your take on Isaac Watkins? Why aren't you going for the latter? Yeah, I may go with Watkins. I think the fact that he's not played more than 65 minutes yet is a bit of a concern. And Isaac has braced against Spurs the last 2 times he's played against them. Would you still bench Smith Rowe for Rodgers if you also had Watkins? Yeah, that may alter things a bit. Oh, Bryn says, thanks for the great content at Gun Holly. Thank you. James, I'm going to resist doing a hit. Yeah. I think you've got to stay patient with the underperforming assets at the start of the season, guys. Yeah, it's been... I mean, I know I didn't have great expectations in terms of team leaks for today, but it's been very quiet. Still got the tweet deck open, so... You know, if something comes in, it does. Robertson over Gabriel, game week 4 and 5, worth a transfer. Yeah, maybe when we get there, but yeah, not now. Jack's wildcarded this week with 2 frees. Will I have 2 or 3 next week? You'll have 2. It's better than the 1 you'd have had last season. And Ketia or Pedro on wildcard. Pedro. Captain Salah this week, too big a risk early in the season. Should I keep it safe? Salah's favourite opponent is Liverpool in the Premier League. I think he's got 11 goals against them. So go for it. That's what I'd say. I've just realised that I've not actually posted my team on Twitter either, so I probably ought to do that. If you don't mind me multitasking. I've also not shared the stream again on Twitter, which is a bit of a fail because I've been too busy chatting. But there you go. So I am just going to multitask for a moment. I can't find the lock emoji. First world problems, I know. There we go. There we go, I've done that. Get me admin in. We are 5 minutes out, guys. So it's a time to be locking in. Yeah, I've not seen any news that Stones will start over Lewis. Salah Captain Club is amassing. There's a 4 goals from a specimen unknown. Is that for Haaland? Don't love Bergvall. We're 4 minutes out, guys. Yeah, there's no leaks. There's a few troll leaks going around, but not actual leaks. Wood or Rogers? I'd go Rogers. Porro or Robinson? I feel like Porro's fixture proof. I think you've got to start him in every game. Thank you, Joey. Thanks for joining me this morning. If we enjoyed the stream today, hopefully you've had fun. SA, massive points. We need a prayer circle for that. Absolutely. Yeah, let's push on to 300 likes to finish. Oh, thank you for joining, Scott. Appreciate you giving away those memberships as well. Paul on a wildcard, Garnacho, Martinez, goalkeeper, and Burmo, Ramsdale. Burmo over Garnacho. Yeah. Ramsdale's a risk, though. I don't know if he'll start this week. Choose a different 4.5. Yo-Yo, amazing content. Oh, thank you. Does Murphy start? No, there's no leaks. However, I don't think he's going to start for long, even if he does start this week. Wild card for Roberto. Oh, good luck. Not touched my team for 3 days. That's great. Yeah, 4 or 6 for me, Nicholas. I'll make a decision at the end of the weekend. Oh, Victor Osherman's lost his shirt, Napoli. They've given it to Lukaku. Gordon Rogers or Smith Rowe, who to bench? Oh, it's between Rogers and Smith Rowe. I'd start Gordon. Flip a coin. I think Smith Rowe just. Chelsea defence long run option. I don't think there is. Neco, Williams, Robinson and Lewis. Lewis. We are 2 minutes out, guys. So if you haven't done so, lock in those teams. I am a Manchester United fan, James. Please don't tune out. How are we doing then? Any last minute nerves? Can I captain Watkins? I think his minutes are a risk. I wouldn't do it this week. Palmer or Salah for more points? They could both haul this week. Both great captaincy, as is Haaland and Palmer. Lock in, says VJ. We are... Let me have a look at my watch. Probably about 20 seconds out. By the time you're hearing this, if there is a little bit of a delay on the stream, then, yeah. Deadline could have been and gone. That is it, guys. FPL Gameweek 3 is here. We've made it to the first international break in one piece. So thank you guys for tuning in with me this morning. The deadline is here. I am going to be around for the next 15 minutes because I'm going to hang on for the team news, and there's a few bits and bobs to do in the meantime. VJ says, are you on Sky next week? No, I'm when am I on Sky? I think it's 3 weeks till I'm on Sky. So yeah, I'm only going to miss one deadline stream in the first 2 months, which is great. What I want to do now, guys, is hop across and lock in my FPL Challenge team. I did okay on FPL Challenge last week. Largely helped by the fact that I chose a bench fodder, I think. Yeah, top 1%, look. I got 77 points because basically you couldn't own. I wanted to captain Haaland, but you couldn't own Haaland and have a load of other players in. So yeah, I managed to squeeze him in. Someone's asking me for the league code now. I need to make a note of this, don't I? Options. There's not loads of. There's only 88 people in. So this is the challenge league code. So make sure you're in the challenge league. But yeah, I think I'm doing okay. I find it really weird, like, how you navigate this site, by the way, though, guys. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm just going to extend this a bit so you can see it all properly. So yeah, I managed 56 points in Game Week 1 with a global rank of 58k. How many players is there? We don't know. Game Week 2, I managed 77 points with a global rank of 10k. So I think I'm 7th. My 3rd overall in the league? 7th overall in our league. Let me know if you see yourself in there. But yeah, I find it really difficult to track. So I've got a season rank of 3686. Oh, 133 event points. Global rank top 1%. Highest points is 156. I'll take that then. Right, so Game Week 3 is promoted punt. Only players from the promoted teams, Ipswich, Southampton and Leicester City are available. Right, okay. So, shall we have a look at some odds? Oh. Can't get on there. Right. So, Leicester have got Aston Villa at home. Ipswich have got Fulham at home. Southampton travel to Brentford. I think Ipswich are maybe the side to target here. So, I think probably go Smodic. Defender, I do like Greaves. We have to have a goalkeeper, yeah? McCarthy might not start. Do I go Muric? Why not? I think you've got to double down, haven't you? I could go Greaves and Johnson. Johnson's going to... I could go Davis as well. I mean, I've got a triple Fulham in FPL, so this is like a bit of a doubling down. The league code is... I've just posted it in the chat, but I can pin it as well. Let me know if you've got any insight on who you would go for. I'm just trying to look through. Like, I could go Burton Diaz. Maybe go Burton Diaz. So what formation is... Oh, you've got to choose a forward, though, haven't you? So I could go Armstrong. We put Armstrong in as a placeholder. Or do I just go all Ipswich? Could go Delap. Let's double down on it. We're going all at Ipswich. I don't think that looks too bad. Smodic captain. Isn't Walter starting? No, I don't think so. Muric started in Game Week 2, didn't he? Muric was injured Game Week 1, or ill. There was something wrong with Muric Game Week 1. What do we think to this team? What do you think of Challenge anyway? Because, like, the first 2 weeks have been exciting. The first week we got unlimited budget. I think I did all right first week as well. All my players returned something, and having unlimited budget was fun. Game Week 2, it was the forward score double. That was fun. Picking from promoted teams is dull. James says go 1-1-2-1. I don't know who I'd pick though. I could go, yeah, it's Burton Diaz, isn't it? Would you go Greaves or Johnson? I don't think it was Johnson I wanted, was it? It was Davis. Yeah, maybe if the clean sheet's unlikely. Do I go Burton Diaz then? Do you go Greaves or do you go... James Justin would be a fun pick, you know. He loves FPL. Do I go Greaves or do I go Davis? Let's just go Greaves. That's going to be it then. Not the most exciting. Let's just pop over to the tweet deck and see if we've got any news come in. The team news will drop in 8 minutes time. So we've still got that to do. The other thing that I need to speak to you guys about, though, is Sleeper. Now, if you've not signed up to Sleeper yet, you absolutely must do, because I know I talk about it every week, but I am going to be giving away epic prizes throughout the season. So I'm just dropping the link to Sleeper in the chat. It's in the description as well. So while you're watching this, in the next 8 minutes where we're waiting for the early team news, download the Sleeper app using the link and join my prediction league. The pick and prediction game on Sleeper is so easy. You literally go in the app, the 10 games for the game week are up, and you just predict who wins. So Arsenal-Brighton, you pick Arsenal win, Brighton win, or a draw. And you get a point for each correct prediction. And then we put all the predictions together, and whoever gets the most right wins a prize. So in August, I've already given away a Premier League shirt for match day 1. I'm also giving away a PS5 in August. Someone at the end of tomorrow will win a PS5 in my prediction league. And this is just the start. Like, there are more great prizes coming throughout the season. And what's most important is that over the course of the season, we get points every week. 10 points up for grabs every week. So 380 for the game weeks over the course of the season. At the end of the season, the overall winner will get £1,000 paid as a gift voucher. Now, it's going to be increasingly more difficult to win that £1,000 if you don't sign up and join soon. So, you know, game week 3, I think, let me just look. I think the current leader has 17 correct predictions. So that's not a massive gap to make up if you're consistently making your selections from now until the end of the season. But by the time we get to game week 4 or 5, it's going to be too late, I think, for the overall prizes. And there's £3,000 worth of overall prizes to give away at the end of the season. So, you know, if you're not downloading the Sleeper app now, then why not? So I'll show you a little bit more on the UI. So you go in and on that left-hand screen, you can see you can choose a outcome for every game. So I'm going Arsenal win, Bournemouth win, Brentford win, Fulham win, Villa win, Forest win, and you can do the others. James has said it's only in the UK now. It's not just in the UK. It's worldwide. Everyone could get it. Ashley's just done his picks. Good to know. And then in the overall tab, you can kind of see everyone's scores from the previous game week and their overall points. I did all right the first week. I think I got 5 out of 10. Then last week I only got 4. So I need to do better. A lot of poor decisions. Back to draw for Manchester United, Brighton. That didn't pay off. Back to Palace win. That didn't pay off. But yeah, you can get your predictions in. And the app is great. It's so slick. The UI is fantastic. And there's a chat in there as well, so you can talk to me and talk to other FPL managers about FPL, about Sleeper as well. So it's well worth checking out. So the link is in the description. It's also pinned in the chat. So hopefully I can go across to the app when I finish streaming this and see who's in. Also, within the app, you can get all the latest football news as well. There's the in-match live scores and player stats, which is really worth checking out as well. So it's like a one-stop shop for all things fantasy. I'm going to be drafting on there as well, in our draft game soon as well, which I'm super excited about as well. So yeah, hopefully I can see some of you guys in there. We'll have a bit of a chat on there today. So do check Sleeper out if you haven't done so already. Right. Hopefully, we're not far off the team sheets. 4 minutes away, apparently. Still doesn't seem to be any leaks of what's going on. While we're waiting for these, this is a perfect opportunity for you to ask me random questions. I realised that midstream we was getting to like the important like point of the stream and the deadline, and I was just busy chatting about my maths degree. So if you've got any random questions for me, then drop them now. Medicanter says, does Arteta ever speak? Of course he does. They just, I think they keep it very close knit there. I've lost the chat somehow. Manuel's picked Jackson as his captain. Wow. Cameron says, Captain Watkins. It is a risk because I don't think he's going to see anywhere close to 90 minutes again. But we'll see. What is everyone doing with their Saturday then? I'm taking the kids out, so I think I'm going to miss the Arsenal game and then the 3 o'clock as well, but should be back for the West Ham. Taking the kids to the cinema, I think. Not that I've booked it yet, but yeah, this time. I think it's National Cinema Day. Vinay says, are you an accountant? No, my husband is. FPL is my job now, which is really cool. You know, I'm very lucky to be in this position where FPL is my job. Yeah, so looking at taking the kids to the cinema. Don't really know what else. Probably I'm saying from Grimsby, probably live closer to Cleethorpes. So yeah, cinema, maybe go to the slot machines because the kids love that, and then maybe out for some tea as well. Something like that. My my Amazon device is going off. I think there's some sort of delivery. Arsenal say stand by for the team news. 2 minutes to wait. Don't think there'll be any shocks. I was hoping someone was going to answer the door, but I don't know if anyone's in. Oh, maybe they are. Oh, here we go. Arsenal team news. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, Havertz. So Trossard in for Martinelli is the team news from Arsenal. That's via Team News and Ticks. Wonder what we get from Brighton. I feel like Brighton are one of those annoying teams that don't post their team sheets properly. Like they do it in like number order. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's the Brighton news. That's what we're waiting for at this point. So hopefully the Brighton news should be here now or any time, basically. Good, I have him, says VJ. You're a Trossard owner. I love it. I think now Havertz is the starter, especially because Jesus is injured. Havertz is going to get a string of starts, and that's also going to mean that Havertz Trossard at the end of last season was great, and Martinelli was out of form. He's had time to prove his form. I think his link up with Jesus is there, but obviously Jesus isn't in the team. Where is the Brighton team sheet then? Here we go. Verbruggen starts. It's a back line of Veltman, Hinselwood, Van Heck and Dunk. We've got Milner and Baleba into the midfield, and then we've got Welbeck, João Pedro, Minto, Matoma. So yeah, no real surprises there from the Arsenal team sheet. Trossard in, Brighton team sheet, Verbruggen in. But yeah, I think the rest of it. Stupinan's on the bench, as is Lamptey. And Cisse on the bench as well. Rutter on the bench. Like, you look at the personnel that got to come in, there could be a lot of rotation down the line for Brighton, which is a worry. We'll see. Thank you guys, though, for joining me today. massive thank you to the 200 of you that have carried on watching past the deadline. Love the support. While you're here, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. I think I'm going to end up about 50 off the 34.5k, but who cares? The support has been amazing. Let's make sure we've got up to 300 likes. A massive thank you to everyone that's supported the stream today. All your comments, had a load of super chats, membership gifting as well, which is phenomenal. And make sure you check out Sleeper, guys, if you haven't done so already. Someone's winning a PS5 tomorrow, so get your predictions in for Game Week 3. You at least make the Arsenal game. You can react to the team news for the others, but yeah, if you haven't joined Sleeper yet, make sure that you do, because it really is a fantastic app, and I'm happy to see so many of you joining me on there. And there's more prizes to come. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great weekend. Good luck. I should be back with some early news of my transfers or potential wildcard for Game Week 4 on Monday morning as well. Thanks, guys.